Wow.
Yeah.
Very good.
Hello. My name is Ashley Jones, and I'm from Virginia Beach, Virginia. I'm the owner of Tones of Melanin. I'm seeking $300,000 for 5% equity into my business.
Hello.
So Sharks, for years, thousands of students, faculty, and alumni from historically black colleges and universities, also known as HBCUs, have been underrepresented when it comes to fashion. They're tired of bedazzled t-shirt and polo being their only option for gear. Tones of Melanin is here to fill that void. Tones of Melanin has combined streetwear and collegiate wear together to create its own genre of fashion. To date, we have over 40 different HBCU licenses. What makes us so unique is that we come from the community that we serve. Tones of Melanin has become bigger than just fashion. We've become the hub for all things HBCU. So Sharks, who's ready to change collegiate wear forever? Give it up for my band! So today,
That was a pretty weak woo from Lori there. But anyway, so I think that anywhere you can find a niche or niche to carve out for yourself, I think is a great opportunity. And hey, already starting off with on a good note, right? Well, a not so good note and a good note. Let's start with the good. The good 40, HBCUs already on board. Like ding ding, that is awesome. That is not necessarily easy to accomplish and should be celebrated. The bad news, $300,000 for 5%, $6 million valuation. Hopefully, we got a whole lot of sales to back up that $600,000, and not just sales, but a loyal fan base that's going to continue to buy. And you're going, I mean, maybe even after they graduate, right, and just keep that rolling. So hopefully that's the case. If not, it might not go so well because 300,000. Anybody that's looking for over 250,000, and when you get down to 5%, it is you better bring your A game. And I'm thinking Ashley might just do that based upon being able to be in 40 HBCUs, but we'll see. Just like we'll check out her social media as well as her website at the end, and one of your comments from down below in the super community, which I greatly appreciate you all the time being down there, supporting me, the channel, the entrepreneurs, and going out and just doing great things and being super yourself. So let's get back to it.
in front of you, you have some of my signature items. Mark, you have our reversible basketball shorts with pockets. Ladies, we know that we have to have pockets in all items. So if you turn that thing inside out, it's a whole nother pair.
I like it.
Thank you. Right here, we have our Winston-Salem half-zip windbreaker. In front of you, Mr. Wonderful, is our reversible satin jacket. So if you unzip that, it's gonna turn to a whole nother side. Lori, you have our other windbreaker. It's a full zip. It gives you a blast from the past, a 90s feel. And Damon, you also have our reversible jacket from my alma mater, Norfolk State University.
Nice quality.
How much does it cost you to make, and how much do you sell it for?
The jacket that you have right there, we get it for $28. We sell it on our site for $110. We sell it to the department store for $56. The reversible shorts right there, we get for $20. We sell it to the department store for $48. They sell it for $100. Our reversible jackets, we pay $30. We charge $165.
How did you start to do this? And
Wow, that is some pricey stuff. Though I mean, I don't think it's not necessarily that pricey, but one thing that does stand out is the jacket 28 selling it for 56, and then they're marking it up to 110. That's not great. Now, hopefully, she isn't spending a lot of money in her customer acquisition costs because the colleges and universities are, handling that end of it. I would hope, but because otherwise, man, there ain't much on the bone there. And at $300,000 for 5%, Sharks are not gonna be jumping at that for sure, right out of the gate. Something else I wanted to point out though, so this logo that she's wearing, as soon as I saw it, when I was looking up doing the research for this, as soon as I saw it, I was like, I feel like I've seen this before, and I'm guessing that it was intentional, that it makes you feel like you've seen it before. But we'll get to that at the end of the video. Some examples of things I was like, I think, and if you have an idea of where you feel like you've seen something very similar to that logo, drop it down in the comments below. But I have a few examples I'll show at the end.
And what's your background?
So I designed from early high school into college. It became a side hustle. I began designing for every organization on campus. And I seen there that nothing looked like the things that I was designing. So I decided to start my own brand. At the beginning, I was doing Greek apparel, and then I decided to make HBCU apparel because I seen that there was a bigger need in that community.
And how many HBCUs, or historical black colleges, universities, how many of those exist?
Depending on the person, some might say 100, some might say 102.
And you have 40 licenses already
Yes.
in existence, so that's great. You have almost half of them, right?
Yes, but the thing is, I've gotten our license for everybody that allows it. The other schools, they don't have licensing programs in place.
They don't have licensing
yes.
programs in place.
That might be an opportunity for you right there.
Absolutely.
So very big, the #1 shoemaker in the world has just invested, I think, a couple billion over 15 years to HBCUs.
Yes.
So this is a very, very hot and fast growing area.
I tell you what gets me hot to trot is sales.
Yes.
What do you got?
To date, we've made $3.3 million since
Let's go.
2017.
So what have you sold the last 12 months?
The last 12 months, we're at $1.4 million.
Wow.
Can you walk me through this calendar year sales and potential profits?
And how they break down online versus retail?
Okay, this calendar year so far, we made about $1.1 million. That equals up, I want to say, maybe 75%. The rest are e-commerce. We're currently in Dick's Sporting Goods, Follett with services,
Wow.
25 of the HBCU bookstores, and also on Fanatics. Literally 2 days ago, I got a purchase order from Follett for $973,000 for our fall.
Wow.
Wow.
So,
Phenomenal hustle. Look at that. Mark is impressed. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get to the $6 million valuation, but we're, I think we're on our way to getting to probably 20 to 30%. Looking to score a deal, and hopefully Ashley's open to scoring a deal here, because while having all those licenses and opening up all those doors is awesome, having a shark obviously will help, speed up, open up even more doors to more opportunities for that. But yeah, that's pretty sweet.
How exciting.
Are you going to make money this year?
yes,
What
we
do you
are.
think you'll make?
To date, we have $343,000 that we made this year from the
Okay, so you've
All right.
profited about 25% so
Yes.
far. You've got a purchase order for $973 coming in.
Yes, sir.
Plus you've got all your other sales
And then
that are
also
coming.
we have more department stores.
How are you financing them?
We have a really good manufacturer. He allows for us to pay him after we get our
Wow.
payment.
Now, this is very creative, and this is what, in our business, we call the factories holding the paper.
Yes.
That's what we called it, right? And a lot of people can learn from this. So you were able to scale because he's doing that. So what would the money be used for then?
The money would be used for, we're actually in-house. We have a 5-person team. So once they get here, we have to tag them all that. I want to go into fulfillment and having a 3PL company, tag it, getting it ready for department stores to make
That's a third-party logistics company.
sure that that's
Well,
ready.
but you don't have to pay for a 3PL per se. You find a good 3PL, and then you send them the inventory, and then you only pay as they pick and
Ship out.
pack.
We would also use it for marketing. We've only spent $50,000 in marketing.
But do you need to spend anything on marketing?
I honestly believe that we do, because all the stores that we're in, we don't have like a key place in the store. We actually wanted those other schools that we don't have licensing for, convincing them, hey, choose us.
Yeah, marketing won't change their mind. The sell-through will.
Okay, yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, no, I agree. I would be very careful on that marketing, because you've sold a lot without having to do that marketing. And it's not that marketing can't maybe put a little fuel on the fire. But marketing can be a very quick rabbit hole to fall into and burn through a lot of money, because you're just chasing that next sale. And it's great if you're able to sell direct. Your cost is $28 on a jacket and you're selling it for $110. Like, go do it, right? Awesome. But you got to make sure that you're not overspending in your marketing. And the thing is Ashley's idea of, well, if we put a lot out in marketing, it will enable us to open up more doors on the vendor side or the school side. That's a chasing a dream there, that maybe it happens for one school or two schools here or there, but you could just keep sinking more and more in and never get that return to that level. So yeah, it's be real careful about that.
Running this yourself?
Yes, I'm head designer. I'm talking to the manufacturers.
This is your baby and you're running it day to day, or is there a separate CEO? Or
No, I'm day to day.
You're everything, right?
Every head.
Ashley, I have to ask you this. I mean, your enthusiasm, your confidence is
It's
huge.
amazing.
Thank you.
And amazing. Can you please tell us a bit more about your story? Like, where did this come from?
My grandparents had one of the first African-American beauty supplies companies in our area. So I seen entrepreneurship firsthand. And then when I turned 13, when my mom worked for the Ford Company subsidiary, they left Norfolk, Virginia. So I went into hustle mode, and it was like, I could at least pay for me to go pay for lunch for myself. I can pay to get my hair done. So it became second nature, to be honest.
You had to take care of you.
Yes. And it wasn't, my mom never asked this. I just wanted to help. Like, I know I can do this for myself. Like, I can handle this. You don't worry about that, Mom.
You're hot stuff. You have a lot of ingenuity. My God.
Actually, you've got to be putting money in your pocket right now.
Not yet.
You're investing in inventory continuously?
Everything is going right back into the business.
You're not making a salary? You don't pay yourself anything?
I pay myself next to nothing. I'm still trying to get.
How are you surviving?
I have a great community. My family, my mom, she believes in me.
That is really mind-blowing. Problem for me, I don't know much at all about this area. I am not really, and never have really been much in the apparel world, nor in the sports. And
I understand.
It's not really my thing. And so for that reason, I wish you good luck, but I'm out.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You are on fire.
Thank you.
But this isn't a business I know a thing about. Sadly, I'm out.
Ashley,
I mean, look, it would be great if one of them did. I mean, it's a shame Lori couldn't get her feet wet in it, right? Because, you take that on QVC. I mean, it's tough. I mean, maybe you have to develop some not specific to a specific school, but you develop some college apparel that goes with certain colors. And then you get yourself, on QVC. It's like, hey, we got this color, that color, and through what's the imprinting? I can't think. It's like where they do it a lot with Disney stuff, where it's like, instead of getting the Disney license, right? Because you don't have the Disney license, you make apparel that is like the same colors as and reminds you of representing of characters and that sort of thing, like with Mickey ears or something, apparel. I think it's called imprinting, but I could be mistaken. But you do something like that, and then you get it on QVC, and all of a sudden, like, all the grandparents are like, hey, you got to buy it for the kids, like those are people watching QVC.
at it as a inventory challenge, because the bigger you get, the more capital you're going to need to hold all these different SKUs. And more licenses, more SKUs, more inventory, more capital. That's what I've learned about the clothing business. It's not a business I want to be in. I'm sorry. I'm out.
Thank you.
The challenge I have is I'm in this area in certain aspects. I either advise or own companies in this area. Eastman Golf and Actively Black, FUBU, and then another company you may know of, AACA.
Okay, yes, I'm familiar.
So I would, it would be challenging for me to split hairs like this, and I don't think I would be doing a service, but I will give you one idea. Instead of trying to go to a lot of retailers, we've had one representative young man and one representative young woman at each school who are the official sellers of the goods, and they get maybe $1,000, $2,000 worth of product and sell however they want, and they've been doing it like that. I would highly suggest you do that, but at this moment, it's a conflict for me.
I appreciate your
congratulations.
advice. Thank you.
Absolutely, I'm out.
Thank you.
That's a shame. I was hoping that Damon would have been on top of wanting to do that, but it's understandable that he would be splitting hairs, and it definitely gets kind of hairy when you're not real clear on how you can help and where, because there's only so much time. Damon only has so much time. So if Damon's not, if he's he has a lot of other businesses, obviously, that he's working with, and if he's going to spend so much time in the clothing avenue, you know, he's only got so much time to the pie to be able to dedicate to that. So, you know, he's going to be cutting into that time with another clothing line. It's very, it definitely is difficult.
So, Asher, you're a superstar. You're a force of nature. You know your stuff cold. I mean, you didn't back down. You kept a smile the whole time. Nobody fazed you even the tiniest bit. And, you know, being in the business I am with the Mavericks, I know a few people that, you know, are excited about all this. So I'll make you an offer. We'll see if you like it. I'll give you the $300,000, but I want 15%.
Better than the 20% I
Can we do
said.
12?
Done.
Good job.
You're the best.
Wow.
That's
Thank
awesome,
you.
man. I'm so excited.
Thank you.
Excited.
Thank you.
Now go sell some stuff.
Yes, absolutely. Make me some money.
I made a deal with Mark Cuban, like one of the biggest sharks there is. I provide a beacon of hope. If I made it and I went to an HBCU, I'm providing the sense of hope for anybody that attended an HBCU.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, I what I do love about Ashley's shirt here is I didn't realize this out of the gate, that it's like a puff, 3D puff type of shirt, which is pretty awesome to see. So let's go check out her website and social media here. So I love, you know, if you've watched the channel here, you know I love seeing faces, and there's nothing better than that. I think, especially, you know, to represent a product, show people who self-identify or help them self-identify with it. And they got all kinds of things: board shorts, pullovers, reversible jackets, reversible basketball shorts. That's pretty awesome. So there's lots of great things. So you got so they have t-shirts for like 25. Delta concert long sleeve shirt for 40. The jacket is $135 for that one. 1920. These are the Greek items that they have. But very, very cool to see. Now, one thing that's not cool to see is when I went and clicked on all the social media buttons. So Ashley, you got to get on this. It took me to Shopify, and Shopify. So not good. So I went and pulled up the Instagram. 63,000 followers. That's awesome to see over there on Instagram. 1,700 on her 1,730 from a week ago on their Shark Tank post, and before that was 1,200, 403, 58. Here's a Shark Tank post here, but this one isn't going to show me how many how much engagement there was, unfortunately. It's so weird that some of these posts show and then some of them don't. But very, very cool. Seems like a very cool line. Now, what I did want to point out was, you know, as soon as I saw this logo here, or this design, you know, it made me think of a couple things. And the first thing I was like, I feel like I've seen this before. So I was like, oh, maybe it's like in living color, but that wasn't obviously it. Then I went, it was one of the Tribe Called Quest album covers or something. And I'd say not quite. You know, there's maybe some hints in there. But then Martin came to mind, and I would say, oh yeah, that's closer. But I still feel like there's something closer than even this logo. So I would love in the I didn't know if it was like Hanging Mr. Cooper. Nah, it wasn't that wasn't it either. But there's something, you know, I feel like that I've seen that before, or something very, very similar to it. So anyway, you know, if you can think of it, let me know in the comments down below. And Ashley, I absolutely would love to have you come on the show for an interview. Just drop a comment down below. Like AJ here says, my favorite YouTuber. Have a great weekend with your family, Joe. Thank you so much, AJ, for being a part of the super community. It's kind of weird to think of myself as a quote unquote YouTuber. You know, I'm here to teach. I'm here to learn. I'm here to grow, and I'm here to, you know, help inspire other people to go and be super and do great things out in the world. So I really appreciate you making me at least well, I don't know, favorite or among your favorite. I'll take top 5. Like, let's go, right? So anyway, thank you, AJ, and I'll see you in one of these 2 videos over here. Take care and go be super.